You've heard of chemical reactions. You've heard of chemical changes and physical changes. I think what we should do for a little while is focus on chemical reactions. I've even got my safety glasses on in case we run one or two, but for now we'll use some words and begin to just look at the signs of a chemical reaction. So you could entitle this Signs of a Chemical, there's a C in there, reaction. And as you can see, I'm going to change here color. So the signs of chemical reactions, if you think about it, one of the most obvious things that will happen if there's a chemical change or chemical reaction would be heat, or in some cases cold. Some reactions get colder during their reaction, but most of the time we're familiar with things like burning, combustion, and they give off heat. Another one that may be popular is you'll be looking at what is called fizzing. I call it fizz, or a gas is produced. You can see bubbles. Sometimes people say, oh, there are bubbles. Well, many times when there are bubbles, there's a chemical change. As a matter of fact, in such a simple case, when you open up a bottle of carbonated beverage, a Pepsi, a Coca-Cola, and those bubbles occur, there's a chemical reaction taking place. Most people aren't aware of that, but we can look into it. There's a chemical and a physical change, but there's a chemical reaction, as evidenced by the fizz, dot the I, not the Z. A third one that you might be familiar with would be what is called a PPT. I'm going to abbreviate it, and you know what that means. It's a precipitate. You could say a solid forms. Well, we have to be careful because when water is down below 0 degrees on the centigrade or Celsius scale, it freezes, solidifies, but that's a physical change. But again, a lot of times a precipitation is an indicator of a chemical change. Now you could probably think of some others that are popular, but these are some of the major ones. We may pick up another thing to add here as you go along, and if you want to add some more as you study your chemistry, please feel free to enlarge.